All right, hello, my name is Mr. Whyzguy, and as you can see, this is my channel. Do what's on screen. Thank you very much. We're gonna be watching Rad Feminist instantly quits debate after hearing Destiny's logic. And yeah, so sit back, grab a snack, and enjoy this very short clip.
Right. So the question is the willingness for somebody to do pornographic content, is that so meaningfully different from all other forms of labor that it's inherently exploitative? If you believe that, why?
Yeah, if you're engaging in sex acts and being penetrated, it does feel quite different. I mean, I think that we can all agree that being forced to sell a pair of shoes doesn't feel the same as it does if we're forced to engage in a sex act that we don't want to engage with, or if we're pressured to have sex with somebody that we don't want to have sex with even. You know, there's a reason why women are so traumatized by not just like violent rape, which of course women are traumatized by violent rape, but by being pressured into doing things that they don't want to do in bed.
Sure, but what is the meaningful difference between being forced to sell a pair of shoes and being forced to engage in a sex act if you can choose to do something anyway? For the vast majority of people working on Pornhub, they don't have to work porn. They could just work other jobs, but they elect to do porn because they make way more money doing it. If you
So the fact that they're being abused and exploited and dehumanized and degraded.
This is where she doesn't understand what he's saying. If they were being abused and doing all that stuff for exchange of money, then they're choosing to do that. So how is that? Just because they're going through that in exchange of money doesn't mean that they don't want to do it for that exchange of money. Like, there's lots of things that you don't like doing when you're working in like a factory or something. Like, you don't want to take out the garbage. It's very degrading and dehumanizing. Like, why am I the one that has to take out the trash and stuff? It's always disgusting. Sometimes it falls on me, depending on the workplace environment. Like, you can use that same emotional argument for something like that, and it's not a good point.
And traumatized makes it okay because they agreed?
Well, they're being abused and exploited and traumatized from your perspective, but they might not feel that way.
Yeah. That's basically, yes, that's what I was trying to say.
But they say that. If you talk to any woman who's left porn or prostitution.
Specifically left. What about the people that are doing it right now? Bet they won't be saying that. And why? Because they're choosing to do this and they like what they're doing. If they don't like what they're doing, they like all the money that they're getting. People don't do things that they don't like and then not get anything in exchange. They wouldn't do it in the first place. If we're talking about specifically, if there's a choice in the matter. If there's no choice in the matter, then obviously everyone agrees they shouldn't be doing this.
I mean, look at what happened to Lana Rhoades.
Do you think
she went in voluntarily, supposedly, and left and said she was traumatized. She hates sex. She doesn't even want to like hook up with anybody. She was pressured into doing all of these horrific, degrading, to like puking in a dog bowl and drinking urine.
I understand all of these things, but if the person can elect to do a different type of work, how can you tell somebody that you're not allowed to do it? If you've got a woman that would be working at Target or Starbucks for $9.50 an hour, how are you going to say that you're not allowed to do? So you're okay with it being legal and everything? You don't want to make it illegal?
Well, I don't want to make it illegal for a woman to make a choice to sell sex. What I have a problem with, if we're talking about legislation now, if we're talking about what we would do about the law in terms
of... Oh, okay. So she was just making everything that she was talking about to this point is just her opinion. Okay. So that's fine. That's fine. That's a good opinion. That's an okay opinion to have.
The prostitution and pornography, what I would advocate and what I have been advocating for some time is the Nordic model. So essentially it criminalizes the people who are doing the exploiting, the abusing, people who are profiting off of this, in terms of like...
So all the ladies selling that thing, yeah, we would, like, I'm okay with doing that. I just want to put legislation to make it illegal for them to make profit off of it. Like, wait, what? That doesn't make any sense there. Wait, maybe I just misheard her. I'm gonna do it one more time.
For some time is the Nordic model. So essentially it criminalizes the people who are doing the exploit.
What is the Nordic model? I'm gonna look that up right now. My takeaway from that whole thing was the Nordic. I think that's just like what I just read didn't really mean anything. what I just read. Like it's all right. I don't know how to explain it.
People who are profiting off of this.
I don't see how this what we're talking about is going to be beneficial or non-beneficial to being in the Nordic model or not. I don't see what changes. Like, maybe I just don't understand. Throw it down in the comments below. Okay, so you made it to the end. I'm just here to remind you to don't be disrespectful and throw a comment down below because you left without saying anything, and that's not cool. Remember to do things on the screen right now, and thanks for watching. This is an automated system, by the way.